The story began with a girl named Jenna. Jenna and her fiancé Jamie were driving at night when they were involved in a terrible car accident. Jamie was killed in the crash, and Jenna remained trapped in the mangled wreckage until rescue crews arrived to free her. 3 whole years passed. She still couldn't move past the pain. For her mental health, Jenna's best friend Renee invited her on a vacation. They went to a quiet rural town with peaceful scenery. Renee also brought 2 men, her boyfriend Michael and Michael's friend Ian. The 4 of them took a speedboat and soon arrived at their destination. The cabins there belonged to Ian's uncle, Wade. That evening, the group enjoyed dinner at the cabin. The conversation hinted at Jenna's past tragedy, showing she still hadn't healed. Wade mentioned he might not be around that night because he had work to do. Jenna slipped away to her room and deliberately left her anxiety medication on the table without taking it. After dinner, the friends discovered a private sauna near the lake that Wade had built. Excited, they changed into swimwear and entered the sauna. At first, they enjoyed sweating in the heat and then running outside to jump into the icy lake. After repeating this several times, they returned to the sauna for one last round. By then, Michael, drunk and high, started behaving inappropriately with Renee in the cramped room. Renee immediately pushed him away and scolded him. Michael left the sauna alone, but in his drunken state, he stumbled around outside. This triggered a chain reaction. The sauna door became jammed. The 3 inside could not get out. Meanwhile, Michael had passed out elsewhere, completely unaware of what had happened. Jenna was terrified. She feared tight spaces and extreme heat. She felt utterly hopeless. She began screaming hysterically, begging Ian to open the door. Renee became irritated and snapped at her. She asked if Jenna had taken her medication that day. Jenna admitted she hadn't, wanting to try living without relying on pills. Renee mocked her harshly. Ian tried to calm both women down and attempted to force the door open, but no matter what he tried, the door wouldn't budge. Renee broke down and kept yelling for Michael, believing it was a prank. The heat kept rising. Ian eventually began losing control too. After a long struggle, he told Renee to stop, warning she could injure her heart if she kept screaming. And if Michael really had done this, he would eventually come back to open the door. The temperature continued to climb. They grew dizzy and nauseous. Their bodies struggled to cool down. In severe cases, heat like this could be deadly. At that moment, Ian noticed an automatic temperature regulator on the wall. It heated until reaching a set temperature, then shut off automatically. Renee wanted to break it, but Ian warned that destroying it could cause the sauna to overheat uncontrollably and cook them alive within minutes. Renee panicked again and smashed at the window with a wooden ladle. Ian cooled stones in water and used them to hit the reinforced glass. His hands were soon covered in blood. After a long effort, he finally cracked the window. Renee rushed over, gasping for fresh air and screaming for Michael to open the door. But nothing changed. Exhausted, the 3 collapsed to the floor, unsure what to do. Suddenly, things got worse. The heating system detected the drop in temperature and switched into overdrive. The heat began rising even faster than before. It became unbearable. Peering out the cracked window, Ian saw a fallen wooden ladder wedging the sauna door shut from the outside. Ian twisted a bath towel into a rope. He tied a stone to one end. Then he threaded this improvised rope out through the window and swung it like a pendulum, hoping to knock away the obstacle blocking the door. But after all his effort, he still couldn't succeed. In his daze, Ian noticed the light bulb. He thought of the simplest way to end their suffering, creating a short circuit. If the light went out, the heater might shut off too. With that thought, Ian pressed a wet towel against the bulb. A sharp spark burst with a loud sizzle. A strong electrical current shot through him, knocking him violently to the floor. The room went completely dark. All the lights were out, but the heater continued running. At the brink of death, Renee suddenly remembered the good times with Jenna. They had once been inseparable. How did things turn into this? While talking, the 2 shared memories of growing up, and even their plans for marriage in the future. Slowly, they reconciled. Meanwhile, Ian heard Wade's dog, Bo, barking outside. The 3 began shouting loudly, trying to get Bo's attention. Wade was nearby. He noticed Bo's strange behavior, but instead of checking inside, he got into his truck and drove away. Bo barked nonstop on the road, as if trying to guide Wade back. At first, Wade actually considered turning around, but then he ran into Michael, who had finally sobered up. Michael thanked Wade for the marijuana, saying it had kept him high all night. He complained that the others went off partying without him. After hearing this, Wade told Michael to get in the truck. The 2 planned to go drink together instead. Back in the sauna, the 3 were nearly out of strength. Renee, overwhelmed, wanted to smash the temperature regulator. Jenna tried to stop her. Renee responded with vicious insults. Jenna didn't hold back. She slapped Renee hard. Renee collapsed unconscious. She was bleeding, and in the extreme heat, her blood circulation sped up. If they couldn't get out soon, Renee would die. In utter despair, Jenna grabbed a stone and smashed the temperature regulator into pieces. Ian lowered his head and let out a bitter, humorless laugh. Then he began screaming. He lunged at the sauna furnace, reached out and grabbed the glowing hot heater, using the last of his strength to rock it back and forth wildly. The heater finally exploded. The sauna door blew open. Jenna walked out. She grabbed a bottle of cold water and drank it down. It looked like everything was finally over. But that was only Jenna's imagination. She was still inside the sauna, and the situation was now even worse. Ian crashed down onto the floor and lied there motionless. He had shattered the gas furnace. Gas poured into the room. They could only breathe through the small window. Jenna kept repositioning Renee, trying to help her breathe. To keep her alive, Jenna even improvised a simple pulley-like breathing support. Then she searched the sauna for the gas pipe and plugged it with a wooden stick. Their situation finally eased a little. At that time, Wade and Michael had returned, but Michael was extremely drunk and barely conscious. Wandering around, Wade noticed something was wrong. After being trapped for 7 or 8 hours, the three finally escaped the hellish sauna. Jenna and Renee survived. Their story as best friends was not over, but Ian's life ended there.